a brand new way for you to level up your author content for social media, specifically TikTok and Instagram Reels, and it's this RGB panel light. This is a total game changer for us to level it up and to look more professional with just a very small investment. This is very budget friendly. So this is a little pocket-sized light. You can see it is small. It is a little bit thicker than a lot of the pocket-sized lights I tell you about, but this one has a ton of features, and the best part is it adds color to your background or illuminates your books in a colorful way that will make it stand out against most authors' content because they don't think to use technology to their advantage. So this is how this one works. Totally easy to use. My recommendations for this would be to either use this to illuminate the background behind you. So you can kind of see how I have light going on here. You could do something like this, but this is also really, really helpful for backlighting your books on shelves or side lighting your books on shelves. This is the thing that elevates your content. Let me show you how this works. So this is just a very simple RGB panel light. It turns on and off, and you can see I have it on the color setting right now. It does have a full range of colors, so you can see the entirety here, and it tells you the degrees of it. So it starts at 0 over on the red, it goes 120 in the blue greens, and then it goes up to 360 in the pink red. So we've got the whole range. Then you can see, I'm just gonna hold it on my face so that you can tell what's going on here. It's gonna shift through those colors so that you've got the whole spectrum here, and it goes from side to side. You can actually see the exact number. So if you want to match it every single time, you can, because you know the numbers. You can also raise and lower the intensity of the light, so it can be very bright. This is 100%. You can also bring it back down from there. So you can see how it's going to even counteract the light that I've already got going on here. This is also one where you can hold it down and it can strobe through. So I'm not touching anything, but you can see how it's going to strobe through those different colors, and that's going to give you some cool effects in your videos as well. You can also hold the button down again and just get that white base light so that you can illuminate yourself in videos. It's multi-purpose. So this is really fantastic because you can then put this behind books and illuminate things. So let's talk a little bit about lighting basics. This is like a lighting 101 crash course for you. When you are going to be creating content, especially on your bookshelves, I have my bookshelves right here. I am going to be putting my book front and center, and then I am going to have my light behind my book. You are going to see that light coming around through it. In your videos, you're going to have it all the way blocked, but this light's going to bounce off of the entire background. So everything on your bookshelves behind it is going to be bathed in whatever color you are going to be using. In fact, let me change this over to a color so it's a little bit easier for you to see. You can kind of see how it's going to highlight it like that. So you can put it directly behind your book and illuminate everything. Face it at your book and it's going to have that color coming at your lens. Turn it around and it's going to even darker tinge that background, which is what I recommend in most cases for what you're going to be doing for your content creation. If you are putting this behind your book on your shelf to illuminate that, face it away from your book, but you do have the ability to face it towards your book and have that light kind of wrap around it. You can also, and I really love this, do what we call rim lighting. That's where you're putting this over to the side off camera, so it's illuminating the pages or the spine of your book. And based on where you're putting this light, it's going to go in different areas. So let's use my hand as an example. I am directly on. You can kind of see how I've got some pink light over on the side, but not the entire thing. If I put it to the front slightly, it's got the entire hand bathed in that pink color. If I put it behind, you're just illuminating it. Look at the outside edge of my fingers, that rim around it. You can see the pink color, but it's not really on the front. So depending on what you want to do to illuminate your book, you can highlight it so the spine and the pages are tinged in that pretty color, or just the side or part of the front. If you have more than one of these lights, you can put them in different angles and you can bathe it in pink on one side and blue on the other side. There's so much you can do with this. These are just such cool lights. And again, this is 100% opacity. You can take this down. This can be very low light, so it doesn't have to be super intense. You can dial this down so that it is not going to bathe the entire book cover in color. But you can illuminate your background, you can illuminate your book, you can illuminate that light, sending it toward the camera source, depending on what you want to do. You can also then, while you're filming, you can hold this and you can move it around on your book. When you move it around, it has that really high-end commercial look because they oftentimes take that lighting and just zoom it behind or around or in front of the product or even over top of, and you get those really cool shadows. It just ripples across the book cover, and that looks really, really cool. So this is the opportunity for you to level up your TikToks, whether you're doing page flip videos or you're going to be like showing off your bookshelves or whatever. And then also you can use it for your talking head content to illuminate your background, to sidelight you, to highlight your hair, whatever. And the cool thing about this one, again, it has the color spectrum, it has the white base lighting, it has the strobing effects as well. It does raise and lower. It charges via a cable, so you don't have to worry about batteries. It tells you what the battery percentage is, so you always know where it's at. But the cool thing is that it's magnetic. Mine doesn't work as a magnet. I think they lift the magnet out, but I've seen other people use it with the magnet. So when I buy my second one, I'll report back. But it has the ability to add more to it. So you can see these little prongs right here. This is to slide in that hot shoe mount. So you can attach this to your camera source. You can attach it to a tripod. There's a screw at the bottom. And you can also just put more lights on here. So 1, 2, 3 extra lights to build even more lighting for your background and for other things, to do other colors, to do all the things. And because it has that hot shoe mount on it, it will just sit flat on a flat surface. So you don't have to attach it to anything. You can literally just set it right on a flat surface and you're good to go. So this is going to be really, really helpful for creating your bookish content, for showing off your books, and for creating your author talking head content as well. Cannot say enough good things. I'm actually going to go buy more of these. I just got this yesterday and I've been using it for a bunch of content. This is a game changer for me, especially when I'm traveling and I'm at hotels and they have those ugly walls behind me. I can now colorize them. I can make it look higher end. I can make it look like the rest of my content. But this, I'm going to town with my book content later this week. I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be very, very helpful, and it's super, super budget friendly, very lightweight, very easy to pack and take with you. I'm carrying this in my purse with me. Just lighting when it comes to videos is just the thing that I love and the thing that's going to level up your content creation. I highly recommend a very small investment in this. I'm, again, buying multiple of these because it's so incredibly helpful. And see what you can do with this. If you want ideas or tips or tricks on how to do this, or tutorials on how to light your book, go ahead and let me know down below and follow along for daily videos helping you navigate the publishing industry so that this can be your most profitable year ever. From your content creation and time-saving hacks, to your marketing, to your writing, to your publishing, to all of your questions, from a multi-time best-selling author, I'm here to help you thrive in this space because we are not competitors. We are co-workers in this business, and I want to see you rise up as well, because a rising tide raises all ships. And when you succeed, I succeed. And when I succeed, you succeed. And I also share all my tips and tricks. So follow along, and I'll see you in the upcoming episodes.